Eddie Redmayne has become a staple in Hollywood. This is mostly to do with his role in the Fantastic Beasts movies within the enormously successful Harry Potter franchise. He grew up in London where he got his acting start as a child in the West End theatre scene. The actor got his on-screen debut at the age of 16 with a small role on television in 1998. He then made his film debut in 2006 with roles in The Good Shepherd and Like Minds. He continued working in big theatre productions and acquired critical acclaim for his film roles in The Theory of Everything, The Danish Girl, and Les Miserables. Here are 10 things you probably didn't know about Eddie Redmayne. Education. Edward John David Redmayne was born on January 6, 1982, in Westminster, London. According to his mother, Redmayne has been a performer ever since he was 5 and started singing at school, but he didn't train as an actor. He studied at Eton College alongside Prince William and then went on to study art history at Cambridge University so that he would have a degree to fall back on in case the acting thing didn't work out. He is color-blind. Redmayne has been very open about being slightly color-blind. He told the Gentleman's Journal, "I'm actually very color-blind. It's a weird thing, a confusing thing to explain. Lots of people think that I just see in black and white, but it's more like confusing tones of color. So, blues and purples or grays and browns may trip me up. It feels like you haven't been educated on your colors properly because they merge." He also mentioned to Mirror that his color blindness often caused problems when he was choosing what to wear. "I have a very wonderful stylist in the form of my wife. Occasionally I'll go for things that are slightly outlandish and she'll temper me back into the world of taste." He auditioned for the role of Tom Riddle in Harry Potter. Eddie Redmayne stars as Newt Scamander in Fantastic Beasts, but before he was the lead here, he was doing his best to play another Harry Potter character. The actor initially auditioned to play Tom Riddle, a character that would go on to become the biggest villain in the Harry Potter franchise. He told Empire, "I actually auditioned to play Tom Riddle when I was back at university. I properly failed and didn't get a call back. Over the years I always hoped I might be cast as a member of the Weasley family, but unfortunately not." He was the first and only choice for Fantastic Beasts. Though Redmayne didn't land the part of Riddle, that failed audition got his foot in the door of the Harry Potter universe. When it came time to cast Newt Scamander in Fantastic Beasts, producer David Heyman immediately thought of Redmayne. Heyman told The Telegraph, "From the outset, Eddie Redmayne was our first and only choice. Not only does he look as if he lives in 1926, but he has all the elements required to be Newt. He's smart, funny, utterly British, and immensely sympathetic, even as an outsider, more comfortable with his beasts than with people." He had to swim outdoors in the middle of winter filming Fantastic Beasts 3. Eddie Redmayne had to shoot some scenes in the water in the middle of winter for Fantastic Beasts 3. While sitting down with Jamie Dornan for Variety's Actors on Actors series, Redmayne said, "I've got some night shoots in Watford, in Leavesden, that we were meant to shoot in the summer in water. But now obviously because of lockdown and the film shutdown, they're being shot in early December. And suddenly you find yourself swimming outdoors in British winter." He tanked his audition for Kylo Ren. When actors audition for a top-secret totally locked-down franchise like Star Wars, they rarely get the actual script to read. The production team keeps those under lock and key to keep spoilers from getting out in the open, making the audition process just a little bit harder for actors trying to throw their hat in the ring for a role. Eddie Redmayne actually auditioned for Kylo Ren before The Force Awakens but described his auditions as catastrophic. He told The Independent, "My Star Wars audition was pretty catastrophically bad. There's this wonderful casting director called Nina Gold, who I absolutely love. I went in and did this scene, and after 7 times of trying to play a baddie, Gold was like, 'Got anything else, Eddie?' I said, 'Okay, that's a childhood dream crushed.'" He lied about his horseback riding experience to land a role. Fake it till you make it, or kill yourself trying. Oscar winner Eddie Redmayne lied to director Tom Hooper about being an experienced horseback rider, a skill set needed for the period piece Elizabeth I. When Redmayne perched himself on a massive stallion surrounded by 40 stuntmen on horses, with Helen Mirren waiting in the wings, things went horribly wrong. On Conan O'Brien's Late Night Show, Redmayne said, "They called action, and I basically went ferociously down at 100 miles an hour. I almost killed myself, almost killed half of the crew." Tom Hooper comes from behind Helen Mirren with a huge loudspeaker and goes, "You're a fucking liar, Redmayne." Thankfully for Redmayne, Hooper didn't fire him, but rather sent the actor for horseback riding lessons. How he prepares for his movie roles. Redmayne is an incredible actor who has taken home awards including the Academy Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role as well as the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor in Motion Picture Drama. He knows what it takes to make sure a movie turns out incredibly. He puts in the work, he takes the time, he exerts the effort, and he yields results. He studies animal trainers for his role in the Fantastic Beasts franchise. He spent time in zoos, parks, and even went inside cages with certain animals. He dropped about 15 pounds and grew out his fingernails for his role in The Theory of Everything. He also spent 4 months learning about the entire life of Stephen Hawking. He watched documentaries and YouTube videos on the physicist, read his books, hired a physics teacher as his translator, worked with a choreographer to master Hawking's body language, and visited a neurology clinic where he interviewed patients with ALS. He spent 3 years with transgender women to prep for The Danish Girl. He met several transgender women and listened to the stories of what things were like for them mentally, physically, and emotionally. He learned a lot about the difference between gender and sexuality throughout the process. And he developed a six-pack for Jupiter Ascending. He admitted The Danish Girl movie was a mistake. There was some controversy over Eddie Redmayne's casting in The Danish Girl as critics felt the role should have been portrayed by a trans actress. During an interview with the Sunday Times, Redmayne has said that he thinks taking the role was a mistake. When asked if he would take the role if offered it today, Redmayne admitted, "No, I wouldn't take it on now. I made that film with the best intentions, but I think it was a mistake." The bigger discussion about the frustrations around casting is because many people don't have a chair at the table. There must be a leveling, otherwise we are going to carry on having these debates. Oscar and Razzie. The Academy Award-winning actor is part of a special club of actors that have won both an Oscar and a Razzie. The same year that he won his Oscar for Best Actor for his role in The Theory of Everything, he also won the Razzie Award for Worst Supporting Actor for his role in Jupiter Ascending.